Okay, today we're going to install thermalblade heated wipers on this Oldsmobile Bravado. It has a 22-inch blade, the J-hook. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the electrical system here and see what kind of fuse we can use. So over here we've attached to a ground just with a regular light tester. We're going to look for, we've looked into here to see that this fuse number 23 is an open fuse, an auxiliary fuse. So we're testing it now, and it doesn't look like it's got power at this point. So that's this one here. We're going to turn on the vehicle and see if we have power when the key is turned on. We have a red light, we have power. We're going to use an adder circuit. We're going to remove the fuse and put it in the bottom port of this fuse tap. So now we have the bottom fuse. We'll plug right back into here. This completes the original circuit on the device that's existing. This fuse will fuse the wipers. We have to test now the inside here. That's why we left the car running, to see which side is our hot leg, because the outside portion of the fuse tap is the hot leg. The power runs up the side here, it crosses over this fuse and completes the original circuit, and crosses over this fuse to fuse the wipers. So we can see that the inside tap here is our hot leg, the other one doesn't. So we would want to put the fuse tap this way. So the next step of this, now that we know where the power is to attach the wipers to the wiper arm. First step in attaching the heated wipers is to remove. This is a standard flex blade. You find these in any auto store across the world. Everybody sells the same thing. It's very difficult to get this thing off and on. Just lay this down, make sure you don't drop it so you don't crack the windshield. This is the thermal blade. With this, a lot easier to get it on and off. No effort at all, locks into place. Sits on the wiper arm and rests against the windshield nicely. And do the other side. Next step on this is to unfurl the wires from this wiring harness. Just unwind it. Thermalblade does a nice job of keeping the wires nice and neat inside the package. We're going to open the hood again. And we're going to want to get into the cowl here. And you just want to be careful so you don't break it. And when we put our shroud back on, it'll hide it. Okay. Fine, here we're going to ground. We have a ground point right here. We'll bring ourselves to that ground point. We'll put our grounds together. Little trick I learned from Custom Radio in Orchard Park, New York. We do the same thing here with our power wires. And with another piece of heat shrink. This is 1/2 inch heat shrink. Do that to cover the wires. We'll make sure that we have enough to go around to cover the crimp on here. Heat shrink protects the wires. It also makes it look nice and neat under the hood. The last thing you want is a customer opening the hood and seeing wires hanging all over the place. Okay, so we're using our fuse tap. We've crimped it to the power wires of the wipers. We are plugging into the tap that way. This side is the hot leg. We can close the fuse panel at this point. So we attach ourselves to the spring, so it's nice and solid. And depending upon how the wiper sits, we'll attach ourselves where we need to. It takes a minute for them to heat up and about 5 minutes for it to get to full capacity. Between 34 and 38 degrees or lower, it'll warm up. You'll see the steam coming off if it's cold enough. When you got water on the windshield, you'll see steam coming off the wiper.